was really happy when this song came out. I was no, I think I was listening to like a Rabbit Hole by Miko, and then it came up. Man, I was just so happy. It's my, I think up until now, that's my favorite. That's my favorite anime opening of all time. And it's never gonna change. I don't think so. And back in 2022, I stopped watching Rent a Girlfriend. Just they changed just because they changed the OP. I think second season, no? Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay, I'm so sorry. You should go to sleep, man. Because they changed the OP. I think second season, no? What? Why are the Amis? Why is it you guys? You guys should be asleep, man. Oh man. Oh wait. Minus 13 hours. I don't know. I think you're at EST, right? And Central Time. Man. Well, you know what? 6 a.m. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say that's great to hear, but I don't know. Anyway, so today my wires, my new solar charge controller, and then actually got two, and then wire, solar charge controller, and then the battery all arrived today. So yeah, I went to the roof and I set up the panels and the battery and the charge controller, and I did some soldering. I'm just waiting for an inverter, and and that's it. I've almost completed the solar setup for my parents. Yeah, I'm very happy. It's very timely now that there's an energy crisis. Yeah, it feels so weird. It feels weird to be streaming at 8 p.m. here. Yeah, but I just wanna stream. And of course I wanna play. I guess he's flying. Yeah, I just wanna play. Later I wanna play multiplayer games. And earlier today I tried Battlefield 4 and the servers aren't empty. Another reason to be happy. Another reason to be happy.
The sickening conjuration. Doctor Festus. I'll deal with it. Abolition dead. Secondary assault. Rules of decay!
No, I think I might do a comparison video about solar charge controllers. You know, the ones I got, they look very similar to my first one, to my very first one. But, you know, the functions are very different. Well, you know, I'm saying very first one, but up until recently, it was the one I've been using. No, I used it for, I don't know, 7 months before I got my MPPT. You know, I know that I'm like speaking in jargons, but you know, I gotta make it clear. Yeah, and I'm pretty... I find it interesting how very different they are. They look almost... Well, they're not really. They don't look identical. Just similar. Hi, man, I don't really recognize your display name. So, welcome to the stream, man. I don't know if you're new or not, but welcome. I hope, you know, I'm not very entertaining, but I hope you like to come here, you know. I mainly talk about being a spiteful person. This is like my outlet. Because I try to be very nice in real life. I try to be very quiet. So, this is my outlet. You know, men will do everything except go to therapy. But of course, if you think I'm wrong, then call me out. It's a good thing the grenades are overshooting.
Sickness personified.
I think I got friends. I think I got Emperor Call friends.
Doctor Festus! Mad casualty! Dragon of Blade! Doctor Festus!
Yeah, I wanna play multiplayer games.
Thornuncle! Master of Blade! Abolition dead! Sickness personified! Time to suffer! Valley slog!
Yeah, I know. I understand if you guys cannot really stay on stream. Actually, I just wanna stream, so yeah. And like I said, I'm trying to get into English teaching job online, and you know, for the past like 1.5 years, I was working for US companies following US time. That's why I have you guys. And yeah, it's changing.
I don't. Doctor Festus! Valley slog! Doctor Festus! Sickness personified! Her father speaks. Miracles reckon. Orphan word. Relocated. Necessary. Mad casualty. Veteran champion. Dragon of Blade. And concur.
Looks like my warriors are staying till the end.
The crow brain is dead. Simply assault.
Philippines is going crazy, man. Yeah, did you know that things are becoming strict here? Minors aren't allowed to be staying outside anymore, to be loitering. I think I agree with that. Because a lot of people are up to no good these days. Damn, what a loss. What a way to lose. Man, no, the Philippines, it's not like the US here. Most citizens are freaking defenseless. We don't have the Second Amendment. You know, we man, a lot of Filipinos think that if we became like a US state, man, what the freak? I mean, one can dream, bro. They don't know about Guam. They don't know about Puerto Rico. Man, and whatever, man. A lot of people like to speak about geopolitics without knowing history. Man, I remember last month, you know, well, when did the freaking global crisis start? So on my way home, I would see protesters. Well, oh yeah, yeah, I gotta be honest, I haven't been eating well. So today I only eat like a freaking fish with rice. And then I plan to cook German franks later. I think when did I get those? I think I got them like last week. And I haven't touched them. Yeah. Haven't been eating well. For nutrition, I've been making up with, multivitamins. Oh yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll buy eggs. Maybe a dozen eggs. Man. I think I really I'm gonna move the second solar setup to the living room tomorrow. Or whenever the inverter arrives, man, I want my parents to be able to use it as soon as possible. Man, you know what, their TV isn't very big, but the freaking energy consumption is crazy. And I've looked at the label like a few times and it says 50 watts. What the frick? 50 watts for a TV? Yeah, I think 30 or 25 would be the freaking acceptable for me. I'm thinking. So TV plus the electric fan, let's say 100 watts. And if they're using gadgets, Mm-hmm. And then the router. Yeah, I think I can totally. Oh wait, the router's pretty far. I don't want to have like 220-volt wires um going across the floor or going across the wall. You know, fire hazard or trip hazard. What else? Man, I really wanna buy seedlings. Bell pepper, eggplant, tomato. Yeah, I think those. I don't want to. I don't want root crops. And then maybe during the night, I can have like lights. I have lighting for the potted plants. No, it's a good thing I've been using my time and money for useful stuff. I mean, you know, James here knows that back in late 2024, I'm just me looking at freaking looking at toys and knives. You know, I only get the cheap ones. And I haven't spent too much this year in 2025. I guess I learned my lesson and I was humbled. I was humbled, but then I went back to my freaking negative mindset. Okay, hold on, let me get some water. You know, I still have 2 sachets of milk tea. I didn't really like it. I'm gonna do water therapy. Hold on, let me get water. Alright, I'm back. And you know, if I really wanted to, I can actually, wait, let me think about it. It's, I think I feel pretty good that, you know, I've been using time and money for useful things now. So I wonder what next. Wonder what's next. Um, Man, I'm really thinking about where I'm gonna put the setup. And then maybe I can adjust this one that I have right next to me right now. Maybe I can, never mind, man. You know, the part of the roof I got on earlier, I mean today, it's good because during the end of the day, it still has direct sunlight. It's one of the big considerations I have. So my personal one doesn't really matter if it still has direct sunlight late during the day because it's freaking big. 600 watts. I don't know if it's 585 or 605. But, you know, I did the computation based on what I can see here with the charging voltage and the, what was it? No, charging current and then the panel voltage. So, you know, I think the computation was like 400 watts. That's not bad. It's not bad for the rated wattage.
I refuse such orders. Festus, a ritual.
So anyway, so part of me is pretty sad because I remember the reason why I got into solar in the first place. It was for my work from home. You know, back in September. So yeah, that's when I started thinking about it and then implementing it. So I thought I was gonna be with that department, but then I was one of the people who they moved. Yeah, no, that's pretty sad. I'm pretty sad. I mean, my okay, I'm gonna say it. My friend is still there. It's because he has he's a support. And I was just a teammate. No, I was just an agent, plain one. So, you know, I'm very happy for him because he got to stay. And then, he plays games also on his phone. And, Of course, we we talk about MiHoYo, and sometimes he would show me his games, which I don't wanna play, especially the mobile ones. You guys know I don't wanna play mobile games because I don't wanna be playing games on my bed. And I'm gonna be honest, last night I had trouble sleeping. I had trouble going to sleep because of overthinking. You guys know me. But yes, I was overthinking, but it's still good that I'm not to the point of being paralyzed in fear. That's one of my biggest problems. And it's a good thing I know myself.
Contagion require vessel. The more infections, the better.
Yeah, no, you guys know I don't really like to use labels because because I'm already an overthinker, and I think labels will further complicate things. I wanna make things. I'm always wanting to make things like simple, but then being me, I like to go around things. Instead of saying I'm sad, I I almost wanna lie. Man, I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna say something longer. Instead of saying I'm afraid, I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say something longer. I'm gonna confuse you. And that's my way of avoiding serious conversations. And you know what? It's partly because I don't think people can help me. Sometimes it's because I have the victim mindset. No one can help me because yeah, I think a lot of people can. Yeah, a lot of people know. A lot of people know this. But some of them, they notice what I know, but they don't know why. Sometimes they just observe. Oh, they can see that I talk a lot, but maybe just a majority, not everyone, but a majority of people know why. It's because I'm avoiding some topics, avoiding conversations. And it's good that I know what I'm doing. You know, I catch myself. Anyway, man, I'm not very confident with what I did to the panels. You know, I'm pretty scared that only one of them is harvesting. Because I soldered them together. Instead of buying connectors, I just soldered them together. Lol. But I know they're working perfectly. Hi, Benefifo. Did I say that right? How are ya? I don't really recognize your display name. So if you're new here, welcome. And just gonna say what I said earlier. Oh yeah, this is my outlet. You know, I try to be quiet and I try to be quiet in real life, so having a YouTube channel is my outlet. So sometimes I can sound angry. And if you guys think I'm wrong, please call me out. What's up? What's up? What's up? Shit. I don't know what to say, man. Shit. So anyway, I'm very choosy. I've been very choosy, you know, I wanna work for a company that mostly caters to Japanese people. You know, instead of like the other most well-known country in Asia. We'll see. And I'm very juicy actually. I would prefer to be teaching, working age. No working professionals. Yeah, pony. You know, for a while I thought I thought the display picture was a chicken. I thought it was a chicken. Am I gonna play like Genshin Impact? You know, I'm gonna be honest, I stopped. Oh man, and you know, I don't wanna badmouth any company or joint, but I'm gonna be honest. I stopped eating KFC chicken because it, it's too salty for me. But I like their chicken wrap. I like their coleslaw. Oh, I like their chicken sandwich. Pretty much everything except for the fried chicken. No, maybe sometimes maybe I should try their chicken again. It's spicy. Oh, you know, a lot of people here in the Philippines. Yeah, night to you. You know, a lot of people here in the Philippines, they freaking brag about abusing the gravy. Abusing the gravy in KFC, in Jollibee, or wherever. They would, take pictures of their plate with with lots of gravy. And the toxic part of me is thinking, yeah, go ahead, finish that. Drink it all up. You're, you're gonna make good stakeholders for our medical and pharmaceutical industry. when you get the kidney problems and the cardiovascular problems, hell yeah. That's the toxic part of me. And then for liquor and cigarettes and vape, then I actually wouldn't want them to stop, huh? Because of the syntax. Yeah, thank you. And I am going back. And I'm a big fan of the syntax. Thank you for paying up with more VAT and syntax. Lol. At saka LOL. people who have vices. Yeah, you know me. You guys know me. Um, freaking support liberty. As long as you're not harming anyone else. Yeah, my. But I should really get rid of that mindset. Freaking the toxic part of me. But I can't help it. I can't help it. Yeah. I need help with it. Oh, the problem with me is, there's no thing that makes me, and that's my main trigger, man. Oh, people want to tell others what to do and what not to do. Shit. And I came across like a post about a surgeon who cut his own feet out of I don't know, it turns him on, but the frick. Yeah, I don't know if that's satire or that really happened. In my mind, freaking go ahead, man, do that. As long as you don't do it. As long as you don't do it to others. Lol. Man, I'm pretty toxic in a lot of ways. And I shouldn't change that. I need help. I need help in changing it. I'm not strong enough to do it alone. My will is not strong enough. Man, I'm already condoning that. And yeah, I think that's pretty evil of me. Yeah, I'm gotta admit, that's pretty evil of me. So I gotta change that. Of course I know, what? I think, yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's not the first time I called myself out for being evil. Oh, Star Wars. I don't like the new ones. The only new one I liked was Rogue One. So for me, those are the only movies I like. I haven't seen The Last Jedi. I haven't seen any other new ones. Man, I really like Rogue One. And of course, I didn't like. Episode 1 was the first one I saw. And I didn't even like it. But when I saw Attack of the Clones, that was really good. And then when I saw Revenge of the Sith, man, I really loved that one. Excuse me.
Whoa! Master! Nagel revealed all the fecundite physician of blight. Blighted one. Dead Slayer! Victory to the Doctor!
Man, I don't really wanna play games on my phone, but man, I really wanna play. I wanna play ZZZ. Damn. I really like Hidari. I like her character design, and I like how. I think she's the. Yeah, I keep on saying it. I think she's the first thick character from MiHoYo I know. No, at least from ZZZ and Genshin Impact. The first thick character. I've been yapping about her for many months now. Even back in the bare months last year. And it's a good thing she reminds me to stretch. And what I do, stretch like a dog or like a cat. Oh, let me do it right now. No, I actually popped my spine. Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. But people say that popping our joints make the bone weaker. I know what kind of dirty thoughts people are thinking, but whatever. When I can see comments. Yeah, that's how I stretch. Actually, I reach up, as if pulling up. I stretch my spine. So I hold on to my loft bed. The same way you do when you do like pull-ups. And I pull. And then most of the time my spine pops. And people from work know that I like to pop my freaking neck. When there's not a lot of people in the whenever I take the elevator, I would sometimes stretch my spine left and right, do the twirl. And being out of the office for a long time now, I'm very grateful because I'm not coughing or sneezing anymore because it was dusty back there. I mean, it's pretty dusty here in my room also. Depends on whether I vacuumed or not. How long I have vacuumed. Oh. Bro, that's not canon, bro. Shh. That's not canon, YouTube. Well, but that's on YouTube. What the frick? Yeah, I think one thing she reminds me to stretch. Maybe I think that's the first time I've seen that banner. I don't recognize that faction.
Make victims of enemy. The plague god instant. We will infect dark apothecary. Champion of decay.
Oh, just chilling.
There's no living here without infection or death.
The freak. That faction keeps on declaring and then undeclaring. Hell yeah. I have some negated Emperor call friends. Excuse me. Man. No, maybe I should ride my bike tomorrow. Then the sedentary lifestyle will freaking get me. I don't have a freaking runny nose. It's not very bad right now.
The Empire. The Empire.
Doon ba to? Death stack. Oh, I'm gonna be drowsy as well. Oh wow, already on Juliet. Something, oh yeah, something happened. Man, how many vassals do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You are unfit.
I have 6 vassals and all of them are Empire. Yeah, today I haven't even checked marketplace for seedlings. I keep on talking about it, but I don't have follow through. No, not labuyo, bell pepper. Wow! They look really good. Wow! Oh, I'm looking at my phone. Following through Miss Horn. Lol. Well, it is gonna keep on being hard if you keep on thinking that it's hard, no?
The great experiment will be better for this.
I find your motives unclear.
The plague guards instrument. Stay en route. Darling.
We're on the walkers.
What? You know these tribesmen hunger for raiding, not so.
Betty, the gods protect you. Why now shall I see?
12.
For chaos!
18. Oh. So, did you just wake up? Wow, my vassals really won their battles. That's nice. The frick?
It is time for idleness. Only now. I think not. You have my promise.
Oh, that's great. Wow, done.
You need a move. What helpage I see.
I have all the masters I need. Pestilent warrior.
I mean, if I wanted to, I can go back to guppy breeding and growing aquatic plants, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Maybe I should freaking buy maybe a minimum of 50-gallon tank to make sure I can properly breed guppies and then grow some plants, especially planted one. I mean, rooting ones. It's so tempting to like suck. It's a lot of going. What the frick?
I'll bring a bug.
I think they got Bellacore. Bellacore is gone. And you know, of course in the Philippines we don't really have a lot of deciduous trees or semi-deciduous trees. It's all like green all year round. So, yeah, I wanna have some here at home. But I don't wanna be the cause for, invasive plants or animals. Lol. Anyway, so when did Dinari come out? Was it October? November. Let's save this. Let's play other games. I don't wanna spend all my time on this one. It's already been like 80 minutes. Am I gonna play Dark Tide? The loading times are pretty long. Excuse me. You know what I can say about some, I'm being nitpicky already, but some cosplayers, I think they do too much makeup for the character they're cosplaying as. To the point that, they don't really look like the simple art style anymore. Oh, that's the problem when Battlefield for the pings are always high for me. What the freak? NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 sold by Felix Argyle. LOL.
Objective Charlie has been lost.
Oh frick, armored vehicle. I thought it was like a jeep or buggy. What the frick?
Concept clear. Engage target opportunity. That is enemy heavy armor.
Anyway, I wanna right now I wanna complain about I have one USB headset, and I wanna complain that the controls, excuse me, the controls are too near the headset. It's like it's hanging when I wear it. Unlike the one I got from the one that I was using at work, you can actually put the controls down on the table. And then I can just set it down on the table and I can press it. I can press the buttons. I can press the buttons. But the one I have here, I have to freaking hold it because it's hanging. The frick? Vehicle destroyed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. The frick? Was that like the map boundary? Frick. But I really wanna make this. I really wanna trick out my SVD. Maybe a bipod. I don't know. Different kinds of scopes. That would be nice. Got him. The frick? Back to 100-meter zero. Yeah guys, I'm sorry I wasn't able to put the live chat on screen. Oh wow, I got him. Frick. Counter-Strike. Oh, I haven't played the engineer in a while. Got him.
Эту цель атаковать! Вижу! Вражеского солдата!
Got him. I have no idea how much ammo I have left.
Вражеский ЛАВ! Атакуйте эту цель! Осторожно, вражеский танк! Видел, вражеский танк! Обнаружен! Обнаружен!
I'm pretty, drowsy. Or 12. Yeah, I think fucking tank.
Обнаружен вражеский танк.
No.
Солдат, we neutralize objective Delta.
No, I can't tell if these are like friendlies or not. Light armored vehicle, east of where you are. Oh, come on. Come on.
West of your location, there appears to be an enemy.
Видел вражеского снайпера!
The frick? Lol. How did I sleep? I don't know, man. I think it was 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Then I woke up at like 9 a.m. So, it's pretty hot in here. The freaking heat and the light, those wake me up.
Get out of the vehicle! Control objective Echo! Objective Echo.
I remember my friend from work, pretty, it's pretty nice that, I can, last time I can tell him in simple terms how I feel, I talked about this game, I told him I was sad because last time I was trying this game, the servers were empty. Hell yeah. No. Yeah, these require you to be online, like on EA games.
Objective Echo is out of our control.
Oh, got him. Well, I already got 3 kills. Four.
Objective Delta is out of our control now.
Am I getting ads? What the frick? How did they get so many farmer points? Got him. No. What the frick? I didn't know that assault can also use the MR. What? Tank on the bridge. Enemy tank on the bridge. Oh, got him. Oh, not me. I wasn't able to deploy my shoot. Meow meow.
I got eyes on an enemy tank. I got eyes on an enemy tank. Enemy, 18 soldiers east of your location. Spotted a hostile tank. I've got eyes on anti-tank soldiers to your east.
So you're gonna actually sit there, Fee, and laze our fucking uncap, and then act like a degenerate fucking monkey over it when you get caught?
Shut the fuck
I
up,
spawned
dude.
into
It
the
was-
AA. Shut up, you fucking dark
Meow
skin.
meow.
Listen,
Up your ass, dude. I was after
Listen.
your guy. Fuck you.
there is no other guy, you dumbass. I spawned
Look,
into
dumbass,
the
I got
AA,
sniped.
and you were immediately.
Fuck
You
you.
understand that? I
Fuck
jumped
you.
in and out of the AA
Record
to
this,
try to kill you to
motherfucker.
keep
I
you
don't
from
care.
saying crazy.
I don't
Alright, you're
fire
getting
in the
banned.
cap
You know that,
unless
right?
your fucking sniper was shooting at me.
There was no sniper, you dumb fucking retard.
Then it had to be.
Red fucking monkey. You're so fucking old and stupid you can't comprehend what's going on.
Meow meow.
Heads up!
There's a tank right in front of me. I'm in a jet plane. Yum. Man, I'm getting freaking drowsy. So hopefully I fall asleep.
Objective Alpha has been neutralized.
No, I hope I get a good night's sleep. Bail out! It's my favorite chopper, the little bird. Get me on top of a building, bro. Get me on top of the building. There's that one, the burning one. What the frick?
Nothing out there. Move back here.
Anyway, I've been streaming for 2 hours and I'm still impressed by my battery life. No, computer, cell phone, and then the electric fan, all of them running on solar power. I'm very happy. Counting my blessings.
Objective Alpha.
Meow meow. Enemy chopper. Lol. Man, what day is it tomorrow? Saturday? I just got here.
Spotted a hostile tank.
You can hijack.
Anti-tank personnel have been spotted operating to your south. Thanks, much appreciated. Taking control of objective target. I need repairs for my vehicle. Objective out there. Neutralized. There appears to be an enemy sniper located 10 to the west.
Frick. Come on. Never mind this. Meow meow meow.
Got your ammo. Pick it up. Heads up. Hostile vehicle south of your position.
Frick. Wait, which one? I want one with a suppressor. There you are.
Objective Alpha is lost. Alpha has been taken. We own objective Alpha. Looks like there's a hostile vehicle operating west of your position. Spotted an enemy vehicle.
Oh, sorry. $8.15, not very bad.
Use your ammo. Go get it. Helicopter operating west of your location. One of the hostiles. We neutralized objective Echo. Hostile soldier. Spotted enemy tank. Enemy tank spotted. Spotted enemy tank. Spotted a hostile tank. Enemy heavy armor has been spotted west of your box. Spotted enemy tank. Spotted a hostile tank. I got eyes on a hostile tank. Hostile tank spotted. Spotted enemy tank. Heads up, I have eyes on an enemy helicopter west of where you are. Spotted enemy tank.
They're overlooking this position. Frick.
There appears to be an enemy tank. Hands up your location. Here's your ammo. Pick it up. Stay out.
Come on, man. Well, I'm pretty tired, so yeah, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Night night to me. And thank you guys for coming. You guys are the best. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yes, I will try. Bye bye. Ads on my phone. Bye bye.